Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome, one and all. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to CrowCast, episode 69. Joining us very shortly is the Dirty Sanchez star, stuntman turned Iron Man, fitness fanatic, Mr. Matthew Pritchard. Incredible. I can't wait. I cannot wait to speak to this man.
Yes, it's going to be exciting, dude. How was your week, man? All good?
Incredible, dude. Yeah, really busy out in the back garden. I'm making garden furniture.
Oh, love it.
I'm being creative. I got blisters on my hands. But yeah, I'm gonna crack at it and picked up some suntan in the meantime.
Is everybody
boiling.
I was going to say, is everybody complaining about the sun? It's part of being British. I love is we all complain about the rain, and then you get a bit of sun, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, oh bloody hell, it's too hot today. It's too hot. Bring back our rain."
Yeah, I can see someone. There's Marcus now. Anyone else hating the hot weather today? Yeah,
there we go. It's British, man. It's what we do. It just wouldn't be any other way, like, you know.
I gotta be honest, I'm loving it. I'm loving it, dude. I'm loving some nice hot weather. I love it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I said to Lloyd earlier, I think if we were used to it, we'd obviously have more like aircon and stuff like that in the houses, like, you know. Now you're just trying to find a really cold, damp patch and kind of roll in it for a while, like, you know. So,
well, this is it, bud. You know, I'm lucky that I'm in a position now where our business is our band. And what other business can you work all day in your pants? I'm literally packing merch, putting in the back, literally starkers, wearing nothing but my pants.
And doing CrowCast in your pants.
That's right. I am right now, actually.
Oh, I love it, man. I love it. Well,
yeah,
it was really good, dude. I went up to Swindon. I went to a club called Level 3, which was really cool. Watched some ska. Supported our buddies, as you know, but it was just really cool yet again to be in a music venue. I just caught it on the eve of the old Freedom Day, so it was still table service and stuff. But the good news is, obviously, I looked at the same bar on Monday, and they had another gig there, and everybody was, you know, walking around and going to the barrier, which was just really cool, dude. Do you know what I mean? It was almost like I was there for the before, and our buddy was there for the after then as well, like, you know. So, but yeah, good. It was interesting. Ska music. I enjoyed it. More than I thought. I did think, oh, here we go. By the third song, are they still on the first one? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Were you allowed to get up and dance, like, and shake your frame, or was it just a sit down and stay there?
No. I left that for the Saturday night. So, like yourself, being creative, the whole point of me going up there was to help my buddy with the roof. Now, I'm no roofer, so nobody employ me. But it was a good laugh. Probably the worst weekend to be up on a roof. But we made it loads of fun. And yeah, we ended up yet again going to a bar, going back to his house and listening to vinyls till like 3-4 o'clock in the morning. And that's when the dancing came out, as you can imagine, like, you know. So
yeah.
It all started like in the pub, listening to a bit of, I think it was a little bit of, well, everything, a bit of Bee Gees, and that got the old hips twitching, and then it was like back to his house, vinyls on, and it was Rum O'Clock, Ensign, something that you've dangerously got me into, like, you know. So
yes. Oh, yeah, excellent, buddy. Sounds amazing. Fair play.
It does. And then obviously, you know, Monday we woke up to some fantastic news, which I know you've been busting for everybody to know, which is a great honor. This broke.
Oh, look at that. Incredibly, like, honored to be a part of this. It's going to be incredible.
Yeah.
I think the tickets go on sale, pre-sale on Planet Rock on Thursday, and then it's available everywhere from Friday, 9 a.m. But if you want to get the tickets to that show, it's going to be incredible. The lineup is amazing, and some talented, you know, orchestra. It's just going to be, you know, playing Queen music, dude. It's just like, it's going to be amazing.
Well, I can say it on you. You know, we've all been buzzing for you, like, do you know what I mean? It was just the fact of, it's Queen. We all grew up with Queen. So the fact that you're going to the Palladium is incredible, like, do you know what I mean? And I got goose pimples. That's honestly, I got goose pimples. That's
it's mad, dude. Because like I've told you off here, like if there was one person I'd love to watch, my old man, who's passed away now, but he was always used to say about the London Palladium because he'd always watch the variety show and stuff.
Yes, yeah.
So it's historically just incredible venue, and the people have stepped foot on our stage, and to be doing Queen, I'll try and do my best, but I'm no Freddie Mercury, but incredibly honored and humbled to be a part of it. I cannot wait. Thank you, Planet Rock, and everybody for asking. Get your tickets, everybody. It's going to be incredible.
Well, yeah, I was just going to say that, actually. I know me and the boys are going to be there supporting Shane, so get your tickets. Really, really looking forward to it. And like Shane said, there's other people on the bill. It's phenomenal. Previous CrowCast guest, Toby Jepson's there as well, which is really cool. But yeah, what a night that's going to be, mate. What an honor, like you said, and we're super proud of you. And I think everybody should be there to support you and root you on. I can't wait to hear what you choose. That's going to be the exciting part, like,
Yeah, I know. A lot of people are saying, what songs you doing? At the moment, not sure. We got to share the songs out for all the people, the artists getting up and singing them. So, yeah, we'll just see. But it's just incredibly be part of it. So.
Yeah, I love it, dude. I absolutely love it. So proud of you as well, like I said, and I'm sure the boys will talk about it as well after. Also, this Friday coming up, we've got this bad boy all sold out. Really, really sorry to anybody seeing that poster. It's all sold out. It's this Friday up in Bradford. If you actually go onto the Night Train Facebook, I was looking at this earlier. There's a link on there that helps people exchange their ticket, Shane. So there's a lot of people who can't make it because they're coming down to Wales to Steelhouse.
Right.
But they're trying to kind of do it, privately, that whole, I'm selling them at face value. But they've actually set up a link. So anybody who wants to exchange tickets or help people get into this gig, because like I said, it is sold out. And then obviously we moved down to the mighty Steelhouse on Saturday where we're hitting the stage. Sadly, Darkness, the Anthrax boys couldn't make it, but Darkness will be there, and Uriah Heep now on the Sunday night as well, Stonebroken. So we were speaking to the boys. There's more on that after, but this is breaking news as well, buddy. Look at that. That hit the socials a couple of hours ago. Steelhouse Festival is now sold out.
Absolutely incredible.
Here we go.
What's happening? Live shows, bro. This weekend. Can you believe it?
Oh, so exciting, isn't it? It's just so exciting. So with all that said, we've waffled on enough. Shall we have a guest?
I'm so looking forward to this. Crow family, please welcome stuntman turned Iron Man, fitness fanatic, Mr. Matthew Pritchard.
I got Queen on voice. Yes. I'm burning through the sky. Yeah. 200 degrees.
How are we, buddy?
Hey, what's happening? You all right?
Yeah, good, man. Who's that down there? Is that Lemmy?
It's Lemmy.
Hey, Lemmy.
Who's that?
That's awesome, isn't it, Pritch? We obviously broke the news on Monday that Shane's going to be singing. It's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, that Queen thing looks amazing. That's one of my favourite bands. I love Queen.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Banging. I was a member of their fan club when I was in my teenage years, actually, many years ago.
Yeah.
Did you ever get to see him, dude? Or
I saw the what's not the tribute band. That guy who sounds exactly like Freddie Mercury.
Adam Lambert.
No, not Adam Lambert. I've seen them with Adam Lambert. I've seen the other. Oh, well, I can't remember his really name. Anyway, I thought it was good. I thought it was the one with Adam Lambert, but I got it wrong. And I told the boys that I bought the tickets for that it was Queen with Adam Lambert, but it was in St. David's Hall in Cardiff. But it was some other guy. But it was absolutely amazing, and he sounded exactly like Freddie as well. Really good.
Oh man, yeah. Well, there's only one Freddie, it's incredibly nerve-wracking, but incredibly sort of, buzzing for it at the same time, so.
Yeah. It's going to be banging.
Yeah.
What other music are you into, dude, while we're on it?
Like Black Sabbath, Motorhead, Slayer, Metallica, like hard dance as well. Queen,
Love
Beatles. I like loads of stuff. I like.
Yeah.
I've just been listening to Bonnie Tyler.
that. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, oh, Bonnie.
I love it.
Is
Yeah,
it?
I like 70s stuff. I like loads of stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Do you go
pretty
to a certain
open-minded.
band when you're doing your mega fucking runs and stuff? You know, you're training and your triathlons. Is it any sort of bands you?
There's. I mean, when I go running, I like to listen to a mixture of music. I think when you get to that point where you're feeling, when you go for a long run and you're starting to hurt,
Yeah.
you're sort of whacking the Slayer, which picks you up a little bit. Just goes, stop being a pussy, get on with it. Going around Rose Park Lake like a headless chicken. But yeah, I remember when I did the Deca a few years ago, the 10 Ironman in 10 days. I was hanging out my ass, and I put Motorhead on, and I managed to do like I just ran like I didn't feel anything. I just completely and utterly switched off, and just next thing I know, I did half a marathon, and then the music stopped and it hit me like a freight train. I felt like shit.
Yeah.
But it was worth it just for that 13 miles. It was absolutely brilliant.
For those of you who don't know, a Deca, that's 10 Ironmen. Is that right?
Yeah, 10 Iron. There's two formats. There's an Ironman a day for 10 days, or you can do the continuous, which is what I did. You do all the swimming one, which was in a 25-meter pool, and that was 24-mile swim, just going back and forth, and then you get out and you do 1,120-mile bike ride in 7-mile loops. So you just go around in circles until you've done that. And then there was a 262-mile run, which is in 1 mile loops around the lake. And then it took me just over 10 days.
Jesus. So how long were you in that pool to do that swim for a start?
I think it was about I can't remember exactly, but it was about 12 hours. But I wore, because you can either wear a wetsuit or you can go without a wetsuit. But a wetsuit is quite buoyant and you can slip through the water better. But the only bad thing about that, because it's in a pool, the pool is warm, and the wetsuit's obviously going to keep you warm. But I thought I sold it. But it worked out pretty well. The worst thing is when you want to go to the toilet. So I wanted to go for a number 2 halfway, and trying to get your wetsuit back on when it's soaking wet was pretty hard work, especially when you're knackered and your arms and your shoulders are killing you. It's like, fuck's it.
Ah, man. I mean, I love swimming. I say to the boys all the time, that's my go-to place, you know, when I exercise, swimming, because it's just, I don't know, you forget, you're just concentrating on your breathing. It's almost like meditation. Do you know what I mean? It's like, but to do it for 13 hours, bro, that is unreal.
I think that's the key to doing such long distance stuff is being able to switch off, whether it's in the swim, the cycle, or the run, because you just sort of exactly what happened when I listened to Motorhead and did 13 miles. Completely didn't. I was nowhere apart from just stuck in the music, and I didn't think of anything to do. Couldn't feel the pain. Couldn't feel anything. I was just in my own little world, and I think that's the ticket to being able to switch off and go somewhere else rather than concentrating on the pain.
Yeah. I did like recently a bike ride, and it was like 24 miles. And of course I knew you were coming on the show, and I was like, I was dying, dude. The weather was like has been absolutely beautiful, but in Wales it's up and down, and you know, the hills and all that. It's great going down, but when you're coming back up, and I remember thinking like I felt sick after it because of the heat, and I hadn't eaten anything all day, which was bad from me. But I was thinking, my God, Pritch got off now and went for a run or went for another swim. Do you know what I mean? Like, how do you know, when you come into the end of each event, how do you then switch into that running mode, bike mode, and focus on that? That's just, how do you stop yourself? Like,
I don't know. It's just, I'm guessing you just know that's what you signed up for, and that's what's that's what's going to happen. But I don't know. I just really enjoy it. It's like, again, using the Decker for instance. Just you're in this. There's not many people. The endurance families. There's not many people who get involved, and especially in the UK, we're all pretty much the same. The same faces turn up at these races, and you just sort of just lock yourself off from the outside world, and you just go and you just go around in circles, and you just you switch off the noise of the world. And as we all know, at the moment, the world's in pickle. So I couldn't think of anything better than just doing it. I mean, it doesn't matter if as soon as you finish the swim, you're knackered. You've got to go onto the bike. Maybe you'll have like an hour's sleep or whatever, just to rest your eyes a bit and then get back on the bike, and what's coming next, the run. And it's like anything. As soon as you've done it for a few hours, your body knows when you get into a little routine, and you just get your head down and one foot in front of the other, and just keep going until you've crossed the finish line. And when you do cross the finish line, it feels absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And then you go home, and then you can eat whatever you want in the fridge because you don't have to worry about the calories.
Yeah. I suppose you've got to ignore, like for me, like it's always telling me to stop, have a breather, have a drink. Like that's what I tell myself over and again. You got to kind of ignore that shit. Like I'm terrible for it. Like I'm if someone tells me I can't do something, watch me, I'll go and do it. But turning my own voice off, that's a different thing altogether. If someone's watching me, I'll prove them wrong. But switching my own voice off, fuck, that's quite hard.
You just got to be stubborn enough not to want to stop, I guess.
Yeah.
And I just, fuck everyone. Just do what you want to do and do what you need to do to put you in that place or to make you happy or whatever. It's just, I mean, for me personally, it's just a competition. I don't care about anybody else. It's just a competition with me and my head and my body, and it's great. And again, it's more than it's an eating competition as well, because you constantly have to feed the fire, because you can't. It's like a car or anything, or a motorbike or whatever. It's not going to go very far if you don't fill it with petrol or oil. So, your body's the same. If you're going to run 262 miles, you're not going to do it on an empty stomach. So you've got to eat, and you've got to be pretty disciplined with it as well. And that's something I've learned from doing endurance events over the years. When I first started, they're the kind of things you learn as you go along, because I've been on the bike quite a few times as well. I'm fine. I feel great. I feel brilliant. Head down, going 10 to the dozen. And then next thing, bang, you started bonking. And the bonking on a bike is not fun. And it's only because you didn't eat. Your body needs food. You need to fuel the engine. So I think the best thing to do is just, eat. And just eat little bits, but more often. And sometimes when you're doing long distance events, your body's so knackered, you're so screwed, you don't even feel like eating. So even eating is pretty hard, but you still have to get it down your neck. So, yeah. I think I went off on a tangent there, didn't I?
No. I love it. That's why we couldn't wait for you to come on, because we've seen a document. I mean, we grew up with you anyway on the TV, dude, and that whole wild, mad side of you, and us being Welsh as well, so we could relate to it more, where the Americans did their version and you boys came out. We were like, fucking hell, we get it, and then everybody fell in love with you, and then to see you take a complete turn with your life, which is incredible. I remember watching your first documentary and kind of going, wow. And like kind of what Shane said, it was almost like it was hard. You're hard on yourself because you're thinking, fuck, why can't I do that? So I think that's why it was cool to have you on, because like a lot of us tried to get there, but you're always fighting with your inner demon as well. That person who's, like Shane said, it's not necessarily an audience. It's like if we have a football match next month, I'll train for that. And I know a lot of people might be there and I don't want to feel embarrassed and blah, blah, blah. But you get on the bike, like Shane said, and it becomes just you. I know what you mean there. It's almost like that switch could go off easily. I'm hurting now, or my knee's starting to go, or I'm feeling tired today. I'll go back out tomorrow, and I'll, I know I said I do 50 miles this week, but I'll only do the 48, rather than push that extra 2 miles. So it's just been incredible watching you on your journey as well. And I think everything you say to help people, it really does rub off, dude. Because even with the dirty vegan and the plant-based diet is something I know Shane's been trying lately. It's incredible.
My mug look.
Yeah. Dave, the guitarist in the band, he's gone down that route as well, and I know myself and my family are trying it, because that's how it's kind of rubbed off. Well, if it's working for him, how's it working? It's just that you have to get there yourself in a way, don't you? Like, it's only so much you can kind of advise people or listen to it. It still has to rub off. So I think it's just incredible, dude. When did you when you switch from all the crazy life? Because I think people have heard that, and I know you've had to repeat it about 1,000 times. When did you feel that you were getting? Because I can tell you're so into the endurance. Like, when did you know that this was it? Like, this is what I'm all about now. Well, was that straight off the bat?
I mean, it was. I think it was about 2009. I think it was. And I was just, you just sort of take, because I was always pretty fit, and skateboarding, and I did the Cardiff Half when I was 15. So I was always fit. And then, don't get me wrong, Sanchez happened. We had a laugh. Just went a bit bonkers on the partying, which, as you do when you're that young. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it. It was good. Oh shit! Sorry, skateboard just fell over. And I just took one look at myself, and I didn't like what I sort of become. So I started training, and I wondered if I could do the half marathon again. And I did it, and I sort of, I enjoyed it, and I just carried on. And I think that because I wanted to do an Ironman then, and I sort of just started swapping, but I sort of swapped addictions because I started getting addicted. I'm not addicted, but I just really enjoyed the fitness. But at the same time, I was burning the candle at both ends, and I was still touring. And if I went for runs and stuff, my treat was, well, I can go and have a party now because I just did 10 miles or whatever.
Yeah.
So and then I remember an Ironman was coming up, so I needed to train for it. So my mate Dikey and Leo, we decided to run from John Gross to Land's End, which was 900 miles, and we did that in 30 days. So that was pretty much the running training. And then did quite a bit of bikes with me and Alex Simmons, cycle from John Gross to Land's End as well. Then I did my first Ironman 2011. And then once I get into something, I get into it. So. And it's just something that hasn't left me. I was sort of burning a candle at both ends back then, and then slowly but surely, as I got older, I realised that I can't burn the candle at both ends. And the other stuff it didn't really help me mentally or physically. And I think with everyone, as they get older, there comes a time in your life where you have a word to yourself, and you're right. I can't keep doing this. So, you have to sort of change your habits. Does that make sense at all?
Yeah, totally.
And I'm pretty happy at the moment, really happy. I'm just enjoying with doing stuff with Lemmy, going for runs, going for bike rides, enjoying this weather, going out, getting up at stupid o'clock in the morning, just go and see sunrises in different parts of South Wales and swimming in the sea. It's brilliant, and considering the world at the moment is in such a pickle, you just got to try and switch that off and try and enjoy yourself as much as possible. And doing fitness and all that kind of stuff is just a great way to switch off, really.
Yeah, I mean, personally, dude, I haven't seen as much as I have over the last 18 months locally. where I'm based. I've got beautiful forestries, mountains, trails. I remember getting up a lot of the time, just putting a backpack on and just fucking going for the day. Like, do you know what I mean? And that excitement, it's almost like took us back to when we were kids, of where you all used to knock for each other and then just go out and spend a whole day in the sun, like, you know. So I can totally resonate with it, because, like, I think my life at the moment is, if we're not doing the band, like Shane's the same, we're always like down by the beach, or we're always, you're just always trying to be as active as possible now, like, you know, and just living every day is at its most, like, you know.
Yeah, the future's, I mean, without being pessimistic, but I think I'm being realistic, but the future's looking a little bit shitty as far as well, a lot of things are concerned, really. So I think just trying to just get outside. I mean, the weather at the moment is absolutely brilliant. I don't know, going on holidays, you know, it's a pain. I mean, unless you've got money, going on holiday, because you have to have a PCR test and all that kind of stuff, you know, it's not really feasible for many people. But, you know, our country, Wales, when the weather's like what it is, and we've got this, we've got the Brecon Beacons, we've got Snowdon, we've got we've got Cardiff with all the restaurants and stuff, and then we got Barry, got Porthcawl, we've got West Wales. We just got everything on our doorstep. So even though we can't go away, to enjoy what is on our doorstep in this weather is absolutely brilliant.
No, it's incredible, bud.
Well, we're not far from Porthcawl and Southern Down.
Yeah.
But even like we've been going more down West Wales and stuff, which is absolutely, it's beautiful, man. And then, like you said, Brecon, and driving through like the Rhondda valleys and stuff, and it's been great, dude. Do you know what I mean? Because, like, you know what it's like when you've been constantly busy or always on the road. It's making time for that, and you're always tending to travel up country or into Europe or away, but you never really travel in your own country, and that's what I've loved about this kind of last few months, is really exploring and getting those, I don't know, those experiences, like, you know, and the buzz of living such an amazing place, like.
Yeah, it is. It's good egg. I mean, tomorrow morning I'll be waking up, got my alarm set for 3:30 in the morning, and I'm gonna go pick one of the boys up from Newport, then drive to Barry, go for a 6-mile run with Miles and Miles the barber from the shop in Cardiff, and Dan the tattooist, and have a 6-mile run, and then when we finish, we're going to jump into the Whitmore Bay and have a swim to cool off.
So
brilliant! All this before you even start the day.
That's unbelievable. That blows my mind, right? What is that a standard day for you, bro? Because I follow you on Instagram, right? And I've seen you, like, you know, you go and see a sunrise, wherever, pen a van, you go for a but in the van, you take the dog, and you're up at a crack of dawn to see that sunrise. So what time do you go to bed?
Well, about this time, actually. Sometimes a little bit later. It depends. That's all. Yeah. It's all good, but sometimes a little bit later.
Because do you know, I find that, you know, when I follow like Mark Wahlberg, The Rock, like these people, they don't sleep a great deal, but they get up at the crack of the dawn, like, and they start their day at 3:30, like this man does. It's incredible, man. I don't
do it every day. I just, you know, but I've been doing it quite a lot recently because the weather's been so good. So yeah. I mean, there's so many. If the weather's like this, don't waste it. Let's get out and enjoy it, because it won't be long in the winter's here, and you know yourself, our country, raining, freezing cold. You know, I've seen people online moaning it's too hot. It's like, you'd be saying it's too cold in a few months. Yeah. You know, but you know, each their own. But to me, if I'm in bed and I can't sleep because I'm too hot and I'm sweating, I don't give a shit. I'm just like, this is brilliant. I'm not tucked up in blankets, shivering, and I go outside, it's pissing down with rain. So I'm just trying to make the most of what we've got outside at the moment, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to waking up in the morning. And the good thing about it is that you've gone out, you've lived, and you've come back, and you've still got like another hour or 2 hours before it's time to start work. So
yeah,
have a nice breakfast and happy days.
Do you exercise every day?
I try my best. Yeah. I went up. The Sugarloaf this morning with Gaz Oakley, the vegan chef, avant-garde. And it's the first time I've met him. So it was nice to meet him. Went at the top, watched sunrise, absolutely stunning. And then earlier, just before this, I went for a little 3-mile run around the block. I was boiling, man. But again, came in, I was absolutely sweating my ring off. It was only 3 miles. It was like, whew.
What was that stuff you were putting on? Bread or what was that stuff?
Oh, it was. We got to the top. Guys was like, "Oh, are you hungry?" I was like, yeah, cool. I thought he was going to start cooking in front of me.
Yeah,
but he just, I got some vegan cheese and crackers. I was like, "Oh, banging!" And he was. I can't remember the name of the brand, but whatever it was absolutely delicious.
Yeah, it looked nice.
So we just sat there watching the sun come up and eating cheese and crackers, and Lemmy trying to have some as well.
Incredible, bud. Incredible.
I love that.
When I Bud, we could have had this. It's not an interview; it's a chat. But we could have had you over 3 days and talked about 3 different things, like your Dirty Sanchez thing, your dirty vegan thing, and your fitness thing. But do you think, like, you know how you mentally, you seem to be so strong, dude, and you know, I don't want to. You raise a lot of money for mental health and stuff. But do you think because you went to the extreme side that way is why you can able to switch on the extreme side fitness wise? Do you know what I mean? Where your body tells yourself like stop, and you're like, nah, I'll keep going. Do you think that somehow helped you become this incredible fitness? What's the word?
Athlete.
Yeah, that's it. That's the word.
An athlete. Yeah, he's an athlete. Like,
I don't know. Good question. I mean, like a lot of people, I get quite bad lows, and I guess quite good highs and stuff, and depending, I suppose, what's going on in life at the moment. But I'm trying to be as positive as I can, and but I know for me personally that for my mental health to be on point, and sorry, somebody's trying to phone. For me to be happy up there, and just being happy, basically, it's completely and utterly down to fitness. And if I go running, it's like I'm doing at the moment. Like I said, I'm happy as a pig in shit at the moment. Just because I'm out, I'm doing stuff, I'm going to see things, I'm running, I'm cycling, I'm swimming, I'm going out with my dog, I'm seeing other people as well. And the stuff like that really does, it makes me happy. But when lockdown first happened and we're all locked in the house, that's not good.
Yeah,
that's not good for anybody's mental health. But I think what you said, because I've been so low, that's why when I do charities things, it's nice to raise money for mental health charities for people. They're helping a lot of people out there.
Yeah.
And I mean, like I've said before, going to the doctor. I mean, I've been on antidepressants, but I've been on sertraline. I mean, at the time, I think it helped me. But then when I stopped taking them, because you're meant to come off them slowly, I just knocked them on the head.
Yeah.
And I realized when I look back that it just numbed everything. That's what they did. And I couldn't get myself out of bed. But then when I stopped taking them, I had loads of energy again. I was getting out of bed and I was fine. And ever since, I haven't been back on them. But I think doctors should, rather than prescribe people antidepressants, they should prescribe them gym memberships or give them some kind of workout and say, well, it might not work for everyone, but if you go and do a 2-mile run or whatever it may be every day, or a bike ride or a swim, get out, fresh air, go and see some nature, go and surround yourself by some mountains. I think, look, you'd be surprised how those kind of things will help a lot of people rather than taking the pill.
Yeah, I totally agree, bro. It's almost like you've got to almost prove your self-worth. Like, if you're like you've gone to the extreme. Like, I'll exercise, but you've taken it to that next level. So that's why my question was going that way, because you seem to be like, I've heard you in podcasts say you've got an addictive personality. If you want to do something, you're in all you're all in type thing, and then you're doing it, Gano, and it's fucking watch me. But it's just, if you are feeling shit about yourself, there's nobody can fucking change that other than yourself. But that's a real fucking hard thing to fucking change your mind from, get out of that mindset. So I completely agree with you. Getting out of bed and actually fucking doing something like a gym membership will be far better than taking a fucking pill and sitting in front of that TV and watching the same shit. You know, fucking, I know Jeremy Kyle ain't down anymore, but that's the first thing coming to my head. Watching fucking people's problems. Do you know what I mean? And now, and the news is so fucking depressing. Like, no wonder you're fucking down.
Turn that shit off.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Whoa, that ain't good for anybody. They just, I mean, it's just fear constantly. They're just getting so many people in this world just living on complete and utter fear. Turn the news off. Don't know what's going on. Just get on with your life. And I know I keep saying about, you know, people getting off the chair and going running and stuff. I know I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect. Some days I don't even want to get off the sofa or get out of bed. But sometimes you just got to peel yourself. And again, I've said this before. You will never regret a workout. It might be horrible to get out and just do it, but as soon as you start, it's like running. The first mile might be a bit shit, or the first half a mile, but as soon as you start warming up and your endorphins start kicking in, it's like, you know, you're going to come back in this house a different person than what you were when you left. And I'm yet to come back from a run and just think, fucking bastard, I wish I never did that. It's never happened.
No,
I'm hoping it doesn't happen.
No. And even if you do like a fucking beer, then do you know what I mean? It's almost like, I deserve this. Do you know what I mean? It's our self-worth again. You know, you've done
It's almost like you like you said, you come back from whatever it may be, run, swim, cycle, and it's permission. You can have a beer then. You treat yourself. That's your treat, isn't it?
Yeah,
your little trophy.
Yeah.
I got to ask you as well, because I know you've just come back from something fucking epic, so we'll get onto that in a bit. But when I was watching you doing the cooking, have you always been into cooking? Have you like, is it always been there? Or, because I gotta admit, dude, when I seen you doing the cooking, I was like, oh, what's this gonna be like now? I just thought you'd make it all fucking no, I did. But you can fucking cook. And if anything, you got me bastard hooked on mushrooms, because
mushrooms.
Oh, dude, I drive my fucking missus insane because I'm always picking up different mushrooms or trying new mushrooms, because they've just become like, well, I don't know what it is with them. I get full on them as well, which I was like, how can you get fucking full on mushrooms? Like, you know, so yeah, man, has it always been there? Is it like a passion or?
Well, I left school and I went to college to train to be a chef. I did a course which was chefing, self-service waitering, bar work, mainly chefing. I did that for 2 years in Colchester Avenue College, which is not there anymore. It's a housing estate. And I left. I had a bad experience in a restaurant in City Road in Cardiff. It was a Persian restaurant. Anyway, long story, not getting into it. It was just the worst. And that just put me off, and I ended up cleaning windows. Then I worked in a factory, and then, you know, turned professional skateboarder. So that sort of, it just left my life. And as I got older, and I managed to turn vegan in 2015. I mean, I've always cooked in the kitchen. I love cooking. I just find it therapeutic. I really enjoy it. And that's just the way it is. But then I went in 2015 when I turned vegan. I had to find new ways of making food, replacing the meat that I was eating. Yeah. So I was looking on YouTube for some ideas, recipe ideas and stuff. And I was like, Jesus Christ, man, these vegan YouTube channels are boring as fuck. It's just like, I mean, don't get me wrong, the recipe ideas are great, but it's just like, this is shit to watch. So I just thought, well, I'm gonna do my own vegan YouTube channel. But then and it was again trying to get my self-confidence up to do it. And then I got in touch with two of the guys, James Threffel and Peter Pickford, and they said they agreed to do it. And we just started Pritchard's Proper Vegan Cooking on YouTube. And I just try to make everyone laugh, have a joke, make the recipes easy, because I know a lot of people who follow me and they're not cooks and stuff. So it's just trying to make it as easy as possible for them to follow. And it did really well, and people were enjoying it. And then the BBC came knocking, and that's when Dirty Vegan started, and that's how it happened, really. And even though Dirty Vegan's finished now, I still enjoy cooking, and it's just nice, isn't it? We've all got to eat, and I love eating healthy, and that's another thing which is good for your mental health as well. If you eat good food, plant-based, wholemeal food, organic wholemeal food, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. And I'm not just saying it because you're on here or anything like that, but we used to talk about it in the practice rooms. Boys, that's a rock stars act now. You're talking about fucking food and how you're cooking your food. What oil are you using right now? And mushrooms have just become...
Mushrooms are just the best thing ever, isn't it? If you follow Derek Asano on Instagram, he's the guy who does all the Wicked Kitchen stuff for Tesco's. Now, he's the king of cooking mushrooms, and he just turns mushrooms into steak, like plant-based steaks and stuff. Honestly, follow him. Derek Asano, unbelievable. Like lion's mane mushrooms, you squash them down and just... and his brother, Chad Asano, as well, who does... He does the mushrooms as well, but he does like the plant-based fish stuff. It's honestly really good people to follow when it comes to mushrooms.
Yeah, blew my mind. And I know, like I said, the boys started going down the rabbit hole, and I think it was just great. Yet again, another hat off to you, another tip of the hat, because you could see yet again you're 100% into it. Like Shane said earlier, you're really charismatic. So for someone like me, I was just like, I can fucking get this. Do you know what I mean? That was the important thing. You hit the nail on the head. Where I suppose I'd seen other plant-based stuff before. Oh, fucking hell, I can't be bothered. What are they on about? We're now the missus are downstairs making salads better. Salads are sexy or exciting, it's fucking...
It's not lettuce, tomato and cucumbers anymore.
Yes, exactly that. So you are right, man. You are what you eat. And like I said, I think it was brilliant what you've done with it. And yet again, I think you've championed a few people to get more creative in the kitchen, so, and don't be afraid of it, No,
it's just, plant-based cooking is the future of food. And it's nice to see it slowly but surely changing, and people are starting to wake up to the wonders of plant-based food. And, there's a lot of good stuff out there at the moment. There's a lot of processed stuff as well. But, I do like the processed stuff because it does get a lot of meat eaters into the vegan or plant-based way of life by choosing these. There's Beyond Burgers. I don't know if you had a Beyond Burger yet.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I could put that on a barbecue. I could serve it to you in a bun, and you ain't going to question it.
Yeah, you wouldn't know.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
I'll try that, because I was having this debate with Shane the other day. I still haven't given up meat, but I have been trying certain plant-based, and certain bacons are just not working for me. That's my weakness. I do love a good quality bacon, or I'm a bugger for it, or certain cheese. I'm still a fucking lover of cheese, and I'm just a nightmare when it comes to stuff like that. But I know Shane has been really going down that rabbit hole, and you just wanted to better for your joints and stuff, didn't you?
Yeah. It was
turmeric.
Yes, that's what I've been doing. I've been doing turmeric shots.
Turmeric with I think you've got to have pepper in the turmeric or olive oil, because your body won't be able to absorb it unless you've got the olive oil or the pepper in there.
Yeah, I've been doing that. The turmeric, it's helped loads actually. But what was the main reason then, Pritch? For turning vegan? Was it because I know you're a massive animal lover, or was it just the health benefits? What was it, bud, that made you turn?
I was there's a lot of endurance athletes are vegan.
Yeah.
And I started researching why they were vegan, and and a lot as I was reading a lot of stuff, it was sort of waking me up to, because I was a big meat lover, and it's like a lot of vegans who not meat eaters. You take the piss out of veganism or vegans. you know, I was one of those people. And then once you start reading into it, it started making a lot of sense. And, you know, I am a massive animal lover. You know, I've got Lemmy and, you know, I've had dogs and then I saw this thing for Cowspiracy, a documentary Cowspiracy on Netflix. And a lot of people say you should watch that. And when I watched that, you know, for me, I thought vegans, they just didn't eat meat and dairy. And then I just couldn't believe the fact on this Cowspiracy program. And literally, the next day as well, I saw this, I'm going vegan. And since then, I haven't looked back. So that is the main reason. And basically the love of animals, really.
Yeah.
And just how much water it takes to, I think it was like 600 and something gallons of water just to make one burger. And just stuff like that was just like, wow. Crazy stats, man. But
yeah, I saw that Seaspiracy as well. You seen that one?
Yeah, that blew my mind.
How they colour the salmon and stuff. Oh,
yeah. And I think that's woken a lot of. I thought a lot of meat eaters and fish eaters were going to start taking the piss out of it, but I was quite surprised online how many were actually shocked by Seaspiracy.
Yeah, I was.
Because when What the Health came out, a lot of meat eaters were going, "Oh yeah, they're just talking shit." But when Seaspiracy came out, they didn't. I've noticed a lot of people haven't. They were actually quite shocked at what they'd seen and heard. So, like I said, a lot of people are starting to wake up, and fingers crossed. This well, not fingers crossed. It is going in the right direction, which is fantastic.
Yeah,
I love it. And you've recently just got back from one hell of a challenge. Do you want to tell everyone about it?
Yeah, just rode across the Atlantic from where's my look at those pants, man.
It's incredible.
Lanzarote to well, it was meant to be Lanzarote to Antigua, but without going into all the. I mean, honestly, it was such in COVID and Brexit times to try and pull that row off that we did was remarkable. How we even did it, because there was so much red tape chucked at us. Fair play to you know, Johnny and who was on the boat with us, and Billy and Monkey Fist in general, to try to actually get us on the sea and get us going on that was just a mission in itself, let alone actually rowing. But we got on the boat and a few things went wrong and we had to get rescued by the Spanish Coast Guard in pretty wobbly seas. They crashed into the boat, smashed the fiberglass, and I'm like sitting there going, oh my God, we're gonna sink. And then they towed us, a 7-hour tow, bang, 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 bang on the sea. And I'm just laying there going, gee, man, this is just fucked. But then they got us to Fuerteventura. We were there for 5 days, managed to get people to fix the fiberglass, fix the boat. We were all good to go. And then we sailed from Fuerteventura, 3,200 miles, not sailed, rowed. And then heading towards Antigua. And we sort of went down, hugging the West African coast. And then you took when our weather router guy said to take the right, you took the right into the Atlantic. And then you were sort of on your own then. We were on didn't see a boat, didn't see anything for 3 weeks. We were just 4 of us on our own, middle of nowhere. But it was the toughest thing that I've ever done. But it was also one of the best, most peaceful things I've ever done at the same time. It was just amazing. It was 2 hours on, 2 hours off, 24/7 for 7 weeks. And I just pretty much lived in a pair of shorts for 7 weeks because the weather was really good. And I was with the skipper, that was my rowing partner. So we drove for 2 hours, and then you sort of 10 minutes before it's time for you to come off, you'll shout at the boys in the cabin, 10 minutes, and then they get ready, then put their stuff on. We go into the cabin, and I had freeze-dried, we had all dehydrated food, freeze-dried food, and you take it in turns then with your rowing partner who boils the kettle to stick it in, rehydrate the food, 15 minutes, eat, bollock naked so the air could get to all our wounds and our cuts on our asses and everything. And then you go to sleep, and you get about an hour's sleep, and then they shout 10 minutes, get up, repeat. It was like that for 7 weeks.
7 weeks.
And I didn't
man.
stand up for 7 weeks, apart from when we were just on taking photos or whatever. So it was just, you had to crawl. Every time you change, you crawl along the floor just to get in. And we had one day where we had big swells. And I remember asking, because Billy, the skipper, he's done 3 oceans before. He's done the Indian Ocean, Pacific, Atlantic. And I said, hey, these big seas, are these big seas? And he went, yeah, these are big seas. Literally, you're on top of the world, you can see everything. And actually, down, and you just look up, and it's just this wall. It's this huge wall of water, and you just look up and go, whoa, man. And then you get to the top of it, and then the night time came, so you can't see anything. It was just pitch black. And or sometimes you get like a side wave, which will slap you from the side, knock you off your seat. And if you fell into the sea, you're dead, because you can't go on a motor, you can't turn around to pick you up, so you're gone. So you had like a harness around your waist, which stopped you from going any further. But every time you go, you have your 2 hours off, and you go into the cabin. That cabin echoes the noise, so it sounds even worse. So when you wake up, it's like, oh my God, man, it sounds like there's a tornado kicking off out there. So then you change over, and and you just did that for 7 weeks. It was brilliant.
Did you get inside your own head at all, or did you just fucking keep mentally?
Yeah,
What I mean about that is, like, I've been surfing, and I remember I was down in like Llangennith before, and it's the only time I've got in my own head where I felt something hit my leg, and it's that vibe where you just feel, oh fucking hell, I'm in deep water here. And this is nature. Do you know what I'm saying? That vibe where you're just in your fucking head, like you said, with the waves hitting you. And was there a moment where you like, get me off this boat for a bit?
There was 4. I can't remember very well. I had 4 days, bad days. It was just like the realization of what we were doing and how long we had left to go was just like, blah. And it's just, I just go really quiet in times like that. And the boys knew that. If I was having a bad day, they just they just wouldn't talk to me. I wouldn't talk to them. But then you snap out of it then, because you can't just be like that for the whole journey. And then when I did my, when I pulled my lat muscle or whatever it was, that was a really dark time as well, because I just felt like I was letting the team down because I couldn't row. I had to go in the front of the boat. And so, there was a few times. But then, again, like you said, things hitting you in the side. We jumped into the sea, like literally in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, where nobody would have swam before. And the skipper said, yeah, it's good to go now, swim, there's no currents or whatever. And we just stripped off, just jumped in the sea. It was 5,000 meters deep below us. And I brought my swimming goggles, so I was looking under the water, seeing if I could see anything, hoping a shark didn't come out the deep. But it was mental just to be there, like where nobody in the world has ever been before. It was just, man, it was surreal. Anyway, it was one of the most emotional things I've ever done as well. Before leaving, because there's a documentary going to be made of it. We had a documentary team and stuff, so that'll be out. I don't know. It'll be out hopefully by the end of this year.
I was going to ask that. Good.
Just little things like saying goodbye, like FaceTime, saying goodbye to my mum and my fiance. I just couldn't. I was just crying like a baby. It was weird. It was just, and then when the skipper, I come out the cabin, and the skipper said, "Look behind you." And I just looked behind me. I could see the cliffs of Antigua. I could see the birds and everything. I was just like, "Wow, we've done it." Made it across, and I just had a little moment to myself, and it was just I can't put it into words, but it was just, the feeling was immense. And then we docked up then half past 10 in the morning, May the 2nd. And another thing was gutted about, because of COVID, our family and stuff couldn't come over, so I couldn't see familiar faces or loved ones, which I would have loved to have seen at that time. But we just got off the boat. And the sea legs, oh my life! And because I stood up, I got off the boat and I fell back in head first. I was just like, ugh. Got greeted with a glass of champagne, knocked 4 glasses on the head, and bang, bang, bang. And then I was still partying the following day. The skipper said, I think you're the only person who's rowed across the Atlantic who's still partying the next day. But it was, it was fucking great.
Yeah, I saw your the prep and the food you had to put in the boat and stuff, all those packages and stuff. Like, did you lose a shitload of weight on the row?
I lost them. Again, I did it, obviously, did it on a vegan diet. All the food that I had was all vegan. I had 50 snack packs.
Yeah.
They call them snack packs, which made so you can take more calories when you're rowing. And they're normally made up of, well, if you're not vegan, sweets, chocolate bars, all that kind of stuff. And I had like nuts, dried fruits, dates, the odd vegan biscuits and stuff. And because the boat was brand new, and you have to double wrap them in freezer bags, plastic freezer bags, because the boat was brand new, it was stinking of epoxy glue. So I put everything in there like a month before the boat left. And I went to go and eat my first bit of party rings because they're vegan. So I went to eat them. And it just tasted the glue, epoxy, like strong as hell. And I was like, "Whoa, man!" I feel sorry, I'm starving. So I ate the whole pack, and then 10 minutes later, I burped glue. And then I decided, don't think it's a good idea. You should eat them. And I went to test all the other bags, and they were just completely written off. So I had to get all the bags. I didn't chuck the plastic in the sea, obviously. I just chucked the food into the sea. So all my 50 snack bags were gone. So I just survived off the dehydrated food that I had. And they told, I'm normally 14 stone, and they told me I had to put weight on because, like, you know, you're going to shed a lot of weight. And I got up to 15.5 stone. And then when I got to Antigua, I was just under 13. So I lost pretty much under 3 stone.
Wow.
I thought, I just looked at myself, I haven't been as slim since my early 20s, man.
You know, but it's all so inspiring though, because like everything you talk about, you know, the extreme sort of Ironman or this row is like, and this is a lesson for everybody, you know, even if you're not a fucking extreme athlete like this man, you're fucking, there's moments where your body or your mind breaks down. There's a couple of days where it's fucking horrible, but then you get through it. Do you know what I mean? Like, and we're so capable. And that's what whenever I fucking run now, I think of you, bro. Or if I'm on the bike, like, Pritchard's done fucking way more than this. Like, what are you fucking even whinging about? Do you know what I mean? No, it's true though. Like, I'm sitting there going, "Oh, you can't do anymore. What are you fucking on about?" It's a drop in the ocean compared to that, man. And that's inspiration, bud. And
but the thing, if you want to do it, you'll do it. If you don't want to do it, you won't do it. And it's just as simple as that. You know, you've got to want to do it, and you've got to want something that bad that you're willing to do whatever to get it. And if you're not, you know, if you're not dedicated and you don't want it that much, you're not going to get it, because you don't feel that passionate about doing it. I'm not speaking about you in general. I'm just speaking
no.
about
I know what you're saying, dude. But it does strike me when you've said like, oh, you know, you've talked about mental health and stuff, but you just come across so fucking strong, bro. Like it's mad, really. It's almost like it's ironic, you know. It's incredible. I find that really incredible.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying, but I don't know what to say.
No, you know, when that mental wall fucking breaks, and then you just keep fucking going. And I think sometimes people are too easy to be hard on themselves and realizing, fuck, I got through it. Do you know what I mean? They're in that moment of shit. But the fact is, tomorrow you're gonna wake up and you go again, and you're just the living proof of that, bro. And
I sort of found the answer to that, because I find general day-to-day life pretty fucking hard. I don't, you know, I find dealing with people hard. I find socializing with people hard. So that kind of stuff gets me down, because I'd love to be good at that, but I can't be. And there's, you know, my self-confidence. I'm not really, you know, not very. My self-confidence, I'm terrible. But when it comes to like doing the stuff that I completely utterly love, you know, I'm confident. I can just, you know, I'm when it comes to running cycle, I can just go. But when it comes to your day-to-day living of life.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah. It's quite, what's the word? Autistic, I guess, in a kind of way, if that makes any sense. I'm not saying I'm autistic, but yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like you got to push yourself to a limit to, I don't know, gain self-worth.
Yeah, and I do when I do that, I feel I just feel great, and that's why I continue. That's why I keep doing it, because it just makes me feel good. And if when I finished, if I went for like I came back earlier, and I as soon as I finished the run, I'm as a kite. I'm happy.
Yeah,
I'm happy as a pig in shit. But the thing I can't just constantly keep running all day long. Well. I mean, oh shit! I feel like shit. I'm gonna have to go for another 3-mile run. Come back. Oh, it's worn off now. It's almost like if you've had a beer or whatever it may be, and it's worn off. Shit, I need another one. So you're constantly. So even though I'm, but you can't just keep running. You can't just keep cycling. You can't just keep swimming. You've got to face. You've got to face life in the front on, haven't you? Just got to put up with after these fucking. That's just life, isn't it? It's just.
So all these things you've done, Beth, these extreme sort of fucking testing, mental, physical attributes. What's next, Beth? Is it anything in the pipeline you got coming up, or?
I got there's it's called the Backyard Ultra in August the 27th. It's last man standing wins. And it's a run. It's a 4.1 mile loop, and you have to complete the 4.1 miles within the hour. And then you just keep going, and you give up when you feel like giving up. And then the last man who in the race, whoever's still going, wins, or the last woman in the race wins. Now, I mean, for me, I'd love to be able to do 100 miles off the bat, because I've never done 100 miles off the bat before. So that's what I'm aiming for, and if I do that, I'll be happy. If not, but it is what it is. So that's what's next, and may have something next year, which is a big challenge next year. But we've only sort of talked about it a little bit. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with COVID and everything. But that's pretty exciting. I just rode from Ireland the other week. Actually, it was
when you came home, wasn't it? You rode the Atlantic. I know, because Ryan told us you come home from the Atlantic, and we were like, "Is Pritch coming on?" He was like, "No, he's gone for a row in fucking Ireland."
Because I saw my fiance twice in 15 months because of COVID and everything. So when I got back from Antigua, I self-isolated for 2 weeks, or whatever it was, getting calls off the government and all this kind of stuff, which is freaky. And then I went straight to Ireland to spend some time with her for 2 weeks. She came back to Cardiff, spent some time in Cardiff. And then I went back to Ireland, and I was supporting Dirty Sanchez. He was doing a 400-mile triathlon. So he was running from Dublin to Arklow. And then so we rode across the Irish Sea to Aberystwyth, and then he carried on cycling, and I went home. So when we were in Ireland, I did some of the run, did about 30 miles of the run with him. And then we got to the boat, and it was the same boat we used to go across the Atlantic. So we got to the boat in Arklow, and I just realised I lost my passport. I was like, oh, shit, I need to get, how am I going to get into Wales, man? I'm rowing, and I can't get into Wales. And somebody said, oh, you can use your driver's licence. So my mate, Aid, who manages a shop in Cardiff, I said, oh, you can get my driver's license from the house. My parents got it. So he brought it to Aberystwyth ready for when I docked, so we could let me in, and then he'd give me a lift home then. So we were rowing across Irish Sea, perfect conditions. I thought, obviously it's not 7 weeks, so we just turned the music up. We had Slayer blasting in the middle of Ireland. We were rowing. Some guy bought us a bottle of whiskey, so we were having a tot of whiskey rowing across the Irish Sea. And we got in about past 3 in the morning, and I thought, and it was nobody there in the port, so I just walked straight into Wales, no passport, no nothing. So as far as on the computer, on the government's computer, I'm still in Ireland. So the next, and I've applied for a new passport because I lost the other one. So I'm dreading to think what's going to happen when I go to when I try to fly or catch a ferry next. And they said, "Well, you're still in Ireland, are you?" I said, "Well, no, I rode back home." Did you? So yeah, that'd be interesting.
Oh, man. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible.
It's brilliant, dude. Absolutely fucking brilliant. And I can't wait for the documentary. I absolutely can't wait for the documentary. I don't want to spoil any more of it, but what was worse, your arms or your ass? What was the...
arms fine, my ass.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I've never in my life felt ass pain. That sounds sketchy, doesn't it?
I was going to say, even in the Dirty Sanchez days, with the drumsticks up the ass.
Oh, honestly, it was worse. It was worse than that. It was just, my ass was just, I still got boils in them now. They still haven't repaired. But, and you'd sit down and you just constantly have to keep getting up and moving your ass. It was, it is what it is. You just like, it's one of those things you just have to suck up and just get on with it. But yeah, ass was the worst. I was popping huge boils on the boat and stuff. Oh man, it was fucking right. Man, that's why we slept naked, face down, with your ass in the air, and the wind would come through one of the cabin things and gush through the. Yeah.
They don't fucking tell you that before you sign up, bro, do they? Fucking hell.
No, every time you come off shift, you have to nurse your wounds with Savlon and what they call it, that bloody nappy rash cream and stuff. Oh. It was horrible. It was rank.
But
the two men bollock naked going. the boys rowing just going, oh, Jesus Christ.
But you're an absolute inspiration, absolute legend. Keep doing what you're doing, brother. It's incredible, but thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, no, cheers for having me on, man.
Yeah, we'll catch up soon, but
definitely it'd be great to meet you in the flesh. And thank you so much for coming on, Pritch.
Well, fingers crossed. I mean, you boys doing any shows soon, or because I can imagine COVID's messed all that up, isn't it?
It is. It's all back, kind of. We're in Bradford now Friday, Ebervale on Saturday, which is like a festival, Steelhouse Festival, which is brilliant that it's been given the green flag because obviously, as you know, Wales is still kind of running a little bit different to England. So Steelhouse is a go. And then I think the week after we're in North Wales. That's a pilot event. So we've been given permission for that. And then Bury St Edmunds.
Yeah.
So yeah,
nice.
But we'll keep in touch with you, bro, because
definitely, man. Well, we follow each other on Instagram stuff now, anyway. So I'd like to meet you both in the flesh and stuff. And
would love that. Would absolutely love that. Thank you for spending your time with us, dude, and can't wait for the documentary. Really,
no worries. Nice one, boys.
Take care, dude.
Cheers, Bridge.
Absolutely slamming. What a dude. And Ronnie's gone as well. Goodbye, Ronnie. Goodbye, Pritch. What an absolute legend. Crow family, cheers, Matt. Great chat, great stories. Go and rest. Stay safe. Incredible bed. What a legend.
Oh man, I will. I was so excited. Then I just kicked myself out the studio.
Right.
What's that?
I can't stress it enough. Like, out of all the guests we've had on, that man has gone from, like you said, as teenagers, growing up watching him doing daft things, into this mental sort of strong athlete that's incredibly like inspiring. And you know what I think about that type of person. Got to hit the lows to feel the highs and all that vibe. But that man is living proof of it. Like,
it's brilliant, dude. So we'll get the boys in a second. I met Pritch in around 2007, 2008, and he was a completely different character as everybody, and it's well documented. And to watch, and that's why I didn't want to brush all over that, because kind of like when we met Ruth, and there's certain things like it's there and it's in the public eye, and you don't need to kind of bring it all up all the time. Exactly. He's come from an incredibly successful TV show, which for us, especially as like fellow Welshmen, we all knew of. So to see him where he is now, this actually interests me far more. Like, you know, when I watched that from Wild Man to Iron Man and the Dirty Vegan, like I was honest with him earlier. I watched the Dirty Vegan. I was like, oh, come on, what's this now? Like, I just thought he'd be comedic and fuck all about you know, and be very clueless. But he was so on point. He knew his shit. He was so interested in it, but he still added the fun and the charismatic. Well, it's the person he is, like, you know, he is
exactly. It's the personality that comes through in everything he does, and that's what makes it so relatable. Like, you know, this is a guy who was come from similar background to us, but he is going across the Atlantic, like, you know, and doing Deckers and Iron Man, and it's just mad, dude. It's incredible, absolutely incredible.
Yeah, and really inspirational. And I don't think myself and Shane could have said that enough on the show. So sorry to anybody who's watching. And it was like, that's all we were. Well, because we've been so, you know, we both wanted him on for similar and different reasons, like, you know, and like I said, he has inspired us along the way with me, with the cooking. Like I said, I remember watching some of that and going, fuck, I didn't know that, because I'd locked myself away from the silliness and focused on what he was teaching you with it. And then all the documentaries and what he's been putting his body through, and that whole ethos. Oh,
if anybody, like, don't tell me you can't change your life tomorrow because of, you know, just watching that man. Like, he has literally gone from what we know in Dirty Sanchez to like this, as you said, athlete. That is the perfect word. There's not many people that can do what he does. You know, he is an athlete.
Yeah, well, I don't know, like, who defines that word, but like, I always associate it with, like, whether it be the Olympics or a footballer, or he's an athlete, or he's athletic, but he is an athlete in his own right. Like, do you know what I mean? He's an athlete, even if it's on the extreme. I use the word for endurance, even if it is on the endurance, the extreme side of the endurance thing. That is so much the mental, the physical, all the challenges he has to go through. I mean, like he just said, no, I'm going to try 100 miles. I'm like, oh, fucking hell.
But what's so incredible for me is that you know, you mentioned there about athlete and what that represents. But if you're an athlete, your goal is this, and this. You're aiming for, I don't know, the Olympics, a gold medal, whatever.
Gold medal or a trophy.
He's waking up and going, I want to go and do that. And that, for me, you know what I mean? It's not his job per se, but he's going out and doing it because he knows he'll benefit from it. And then he's raising money for people. Like, nothing but respect. Absolutely incredible.
Brilliant. I concur. I absolutely concur. And you know, for anybody who haven't watched tonight, this will be available. The audio podcast will be available Friday. So tell everybody to have a listen to it, because I think there was a lot there for anybody, you know what I mean? Just to see how he does struggle. That's what I loved. It's not like I can row for 7 weeks and it's all right. Like, you know, he's admitting, you know, he has bad days. He has really bad days. Or like he said, I'll just go for a 3-mile run. I'll come back. But you can't exactly run all the time. I loved his analogies. Like, you know, they were just so on point, man. And absolute pleasure. Great spending time with him. And I'm sure we'll have him on again, to be honest. He's another one where he's on his next challenges. So I wouldn't mind him doing a couple more, get the documentary out, and then get him back on and catch up with him. Like, do you know what I mean? But before that, we'll have him on a gig anyway, mate. I'd love him to come down to a Crow show. So phenomenal. Let's get in the boys. Let's see what they thought of the episode. We have a Shiner, a Lloyd, and a David. What's happening, boys?
How's it going?
All right. I've just been running. Man, that guy is he human? Is he human? That is incredible what he's done.
Yeah, it is.
He's got to be.
You can definitely see Lloyd, like addiction. I think Shane said in the episode, he rides on the addiction. He's definitely got an addictive personality, and he's just centered it all into that. And, you know, God bless him, like, you know.
Yeah, I don't think he realizes now, but I think he's one of those people that people will look back on and that has accomplished so much, and is going to be revered in such a way that it's like almost like, I just use the phrase like superhuman, but I mean, he's in such an elite of people who've achieved such a, like I said, TV show, professional skateboarder, TV personality, doing all these things on the fitness level that no one's even dreamt of doing, let alone achieved. I mean, I've been following him since, I don't know, 1993 or whenever he first burst onto the skating scene. He was always the best skater in Wales. We always just follow him. And now, so he's obviously got that in him just to be the best at whatever and achieve. And sometimes it can take a dark turn and take you down, like you say, the partying route and all the rest of it, and that energy goes down the wrong thing. But he's found the right way to take it, and he's just an outstanding person, and it just shows with everything he's achieved. And the partying thing and all that is such a small part of what his life has been, and what he's achieved.
But I almost feel like he needed. Yeah, but I almost feel like he needed to do that. Like I was trying to say that, like the extreme version of that, almost put him in the position. Fuck, what are you doing? Sort your life out, like he said himself, and then almost like turn that completely 360 and do the extreme version, the other end.
Yeah, it's like that needed to happen for the next chapter to happen.
Yeah,
in his life, exactly. Yeah, I mean, he's achieved things that people would only ever. He's an amazing person, and he's such a nice person, and he's all into animals and welfare of. I don't know. He's just an amazing guy. Can't say highly enough.
Cool.
No,
that is my dog barking. I think someone startled him. The fire engine outside.
I completely everything what Shane said. Really, and what I like as well, like we've talked about it. Sometimes when you are like, we've had guests on who've talked about addiction and like how they had to completely break away from it, etc. But he still enjoys a beer. He still has a glass of champagne. Like he said, he still enjoys a party. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's the fact of, obviously, he over-excessed. He was the party guy, like, as we all know, like I said, with his past. So the fact that he's channeled it all down this route. And like what you said, Shane, as well, like, we've all been like running lately, and we've all been walking more and on the bikes. And I do think sometimes, shit, I've hit that 20-mile mark or whatever on the bike, and then I'm like, oh, I'm done. And it is mad when you think, I never really thought that, but fuck, look what he's done. And I can't push it that extra couple of miles. Like, do you know what I mean? That battle with yourself, or whether you give up or not. And like I said, I think if we went cycling together, it is how we grew up. There's nothing wrong with it. It's almost like, are you knackered, mate? No, I'm still all right. Yeah, me too. And you will like help each other. It's that way. But when you're on your own, you might kind of go, you look out the window and go, nah, I won't go out today. It's too cold. It's too warm. It's too wet. So you almost put those obstacles in your way, and he's just more like, fuck it, I gotta get out at 3:00 in the morning today.
3 in the morning, bang, he's up. Fucking brilliant.
Oh, it's epic. That's epic. Do you enjoy your Shine?
Yeah, just hats off to him, because I know him. Not know him, but my memory of him is the Dirty Sanchez stuff. And how can you go from that to what he does now?
Yeah.
It's just fair dues.
Yeah.
Maybe we should get him. Could we get him knighted by the Queen, like Sir Pritchard?
Yeah, he's in that bracket, I reckon. He's in that bracket for an MBE or an MBO.
Yeah, definitely, Dave.
I reckon, anyway. He's a positive. He's such a positive voice in the world now, isn't he? I think, like you said, Shane, earlier, like he's such a positive. Like you said, no matter how far into one rabbit hole you are, you can always.
Yeah.
If that's not a major positive thing in the world today, I don't know.
Yeah, 100%. Great.
Yeah, my dog's barking. She's trying to protect me, I think. She get on with Lemmy. Great. I think India get on with Lemmy really well. So.
No, lush. Great guest. And like I said, for anybody, because the world's moving now, everybody's starting to travel, etc., etc. You can check out that episode, which will be available this Friday, which is dropping on Acast, Apple, and Spotify, and other good providers as well. So check that out. An amazing guest, and like I said, I look forward to having him back on again. Brilliant. Did you hear the news earlier, boys? Switching gears slightly. Old Steelhouse is sold out Saturday.
Yes, you're on the show. That's brilliant.
Come on.
So good. I'm so happy for him. Well deserved. And yet again, for anybody watching tonight, you might not have caught last week's episode. We did a Steelhouse special. The lineup has changed. There's a few people this week just catching up. For those of you, it is available right now. It's episode 68 on YouTube. Should we have a look at some best bits?
Let's go for it.
Oh, why not? Wow.
Max won't be long now. He's always late, isn't he? He's just parking the car.
I love that.
He's just parking the car and then he'll be on, all right? I think he's just coming just behind me now. Oh, hang on.
He's all right.
My God, look at that.
Smile away.
A little insight into that is that something that we would never have thought of until we started kind of really putting plans in place for this year back in February, March. Is that you go to your normal suppliers for your fencing and your porta cabins and your trackway and your lights and everything else, and they go, sorry, they're all out. All the porta cabins in the world are currently COVID testing centres. And you go, oh yeah, of course they are.
Of course, yeah.
And they say, well, and they're open-ended contracts. We got no time scale on them. We don't know when they're coming back in. Sorry. And then you have to put in lots of hours to try and find alternatives. And we have done. And yeah, we held our nerve, and some stuff has come online, and we've been, with the cabins this year and everything else, we've got it all sorted. So, but those things you would never have thought they would have been an issue until you think, even our bar guys, they normally have 2 massive 40-foot refrigerated trucks in the backstage area, obviously keeping everyone's beer cool. They went to their normal suppliers and they went, no, they've all been commandeered by government, and they're all refrigeration trucks for vaccines.
Of course.
Yeah.
Right, so where Matthew is now, and sort of that, ladies and gents, that's the arena. There will be a great big mother of a stage.
So what you can expect is an incredible welcome on the mountain. And I think we'd like to take kind of credit for the atmosphere at the Steelhouse Festival, but we can't and we won't. It's the Steelhouse family and the volunteers. They set the tone, and everything follows from that. And the kind of feedback we get from all over the country and all over the world that people have come to this festival, the first thing they say is about the incredible welcome and the atmosphere. And that is something that organically came along. I'd love to take credit for that, but it isn't. It's something that just came along. So everyone who's coming for the first time, I'm sure you'll experience that as well.
Yeah.
Let's have it. Let's have it.
Just keep everyone lubed up, isn't it? Keep everyone lubed up.
I'm telling you now, a couple of drinks, I'll be on that steamroller.
Yeah, and we're
Off the front of the stage.
we're obviously, like I said, Bradford Friday. Anybody
Bradford's
needing
having it
tickets?
as well. Bradford is having it.
Bradford, anybody needing tickets for Bradford, please go to their Facebook page. And noticed earlier, there's a couple of people offering tickets to each other. So go and find out how that works. And like you said, Shane, then it's Saturday, and I know we're staying for the weekend. We're going to be staying up here. Whoa! Loads of bands to check out and loads of people to catch up with.
Oh, it's an exciting weekend, boys. Bradford first. We're going to nail it. Then Steelhouse for the entire weekend. I'm absolutely buzzing. Cannot wait. Oh.
Yes, there'll be no going home. And I don't care if it does rain. I've seen a lot of people saying, there might be rain on the weekend. Fucking bring on the rain. I cannot wait. I just can't wait to go. I don't care, but I can't wait to just get up that mountain, stay there for the full weekend. I've got my hazy jeans, my bottles of rum. Yes, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Like,
Outstanding.
I can see a lot of people have already started packing and they're ready to get up there for Thursday. So, fair play. That's a long weekend. That's a long weekend.
Get in there.
I love it. Should we have some birthdays and shout outs?
Let's have some birthdays. We're going to start off with Jack Skinner. Next Thursday, the 22nd, is my daughter Izzy's 18th birthday. CrowCast 19 was the first shout out I ever asked for her, and it was for Izzy's 17th birthday. Honestly, seems like yesterday how far we've come. On her first shout out, Lloyd sweetly said, "Happy birthday, love," in that Welsh accent, and made it her birthday.
Like Phil Mitchell.
Yeah, did a bit, innit? Get my pub. We still talk about it now. I wondered if we could wish her a happy birthday from me and Ella, and to be good as she can now buy her own alcohol. Thank you so much. We cannot wait to see you in Sheffield in November and want to wish you much love and luck for upcoming gigs. Can't wait to rock out with you very soon. Happy birthday, Izzy.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, darling.
Happy birthday.
Lloyd,
love.
give her a happy birthday, love. Go on, Lloyd.
Happy birthday, love.
There you
Thank
go.
you, Jordan.
Ooh, you sweet talker, you. I tell you what. Paul Walter Smith. Hi, can you give my wife a shout out in Tuesday's CrowCast? Deborah Hutchison from Arbroath, and she is 50 years young and is a massive fan of you Crows. Happy birthday, Deb.
Happy birthday!
Have a great day, lovely. James Goldsmith. Hi, guys. Can you please wish my wife a happy wedding anniversary? 18 years she has put up with me, even though she has the bedside manner of a brick. That's going to go down well, isn't it? Or as I say, she is my battery charger. I would not be here today if it wasn't for you. I love you more than life itself. Sorry we had a shit weekend. Getting robbed at a crappy festival. Hope this makes up for it. Love, Jimmy. Thank you, boys. Happy anniversary, guys.
Happy anniversary!
Bedside manner of a brick. That's
I love
good.
that.
Sam Hatt. Hi, Shane. Can I please get a shout out for my best mate, Lewis Cole? It was his birthday on Friday, and whenever we get together, we always play the Crows without fail. I know a shout out would really make him happy. Happy birthday, Lewis.
Happy birthday,
Lewis.
Hope you had a good day, bud. Kieran Gibson. Hi, boys. Is there any chance you could wish my daughter, Ria, a happy birthday on CrowCast tonight, please? She is 11 this coming Friday, and we'll be celebrating it with a road trip for the weekend to Steelhouse. She's a big Crows fan and will be packing her Crows hoodie ready for the weather up the mountain. We were all coming to see you at the TIV next week too, but that can't happen now due to the 18+ restriction added as part of the pilot regulation. So this may help her. This may help make up for it a bit, at least. Cheers, Kieran. Happy birthday, Ria. We'll see you up a mountain.
Happy birthday!
Yeah.
Ria.
And the last one is from Natalie. Can you please give the Steelhouse crew a shout out tonight? They are working their socks off in this unbelievable heat. It's actually quite tough. Fingers crossed for decent weather at the weekend. Thanks, boys. We're all so excited.
See you Saturday.
See you Saturday.
See you Saturday!
See you. And that's all the shout outs.
What's the next lyric? It's lyric time. What's the next line? What's the next line? What's the next line?
This week's, where's Dave gone? He's gone. This week's What's the Next Line is being basically paid forward by one of the Crow family. They've paid for the brand new Those Damn Crows sweater. I can hear my voice on somebody else's speakers coming through, but there are. So the lyric is as follows. Time's up. Time's up. What's the next line? Go.
While we wait for that, how about a little bit? Let's see if he comes back in fucking time.
The best music all day long. Crow Radio. Available now via Those Damn Crows Spotify page. Don't forget to click the green heart.
Oh, there is one.
He just added the excitement, didn't he?
Yeah.
He just added
So-
the excitement.
I don't know if anyone's noticed, but it's been fucking boiling the last 6 days, possibly. So we've put together a playlist you can enjoy for the rest of the week, which is going to be equally fucking boiling. It's a summer playlist, right? Summer tunes, make you feel happy, make you feel good, put on the garden, get in the paddling pool, get the barbecue out, get the beers out. So this is our playlist, right?
All right.
We start with Girls of Summer, Aerosmith,
Boom. Pew.
Sunshine of Your Love, Cream,
Pew.
Perfect Day, Lou Reed,
Of course.
Summer in the City, The Loving Spoonful, Boys of Summer, Don Henley, California Soul, Marlena Shaw, Feel Good Hit of the Summer, Queens of Stone Age, Oyo Komavat, Santana,
What was
All
that?
Summer Long, The Beach Boys, Sunny Afternoon, The Kinks, Tequila Sunrise, The Eagles, California Dreaming, Bobby Womack,
Love it.
In the Summertime, Mungo Jerry,
Yes.
which made me laugh. Here Comes the Sun, The Beatles, Summertime, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the French Press, and Summer Sun by Texas. There's some fucking tunes on our playlist.
That's a really good playlist, actually. I really
Yeah.
like that one.
Press that little green heart, share it. If you know someone who's having a barbecue this weekend or this week or whatever, send them a link and say, "Oh, put this on," and your mates will fucking love it. It doesn't matter who you are. No one's gonna not like that playlist.
Yeah, it's a feel good playlist.
That's the idea. Yeah, that is the idea.
Awesome.
I listened to it in the garden earlier. It's fucking great.
While you were in the garden, were you wearing your Those Damn Crows sunglasses? Available at www.thosedamncrows.com.
You mean these ones?
Oh, those ones! Oh, look at them! I love it.
Still available now, people.
Ah, were you sipping on a can of Blink of an IPA while you were doing that, mate?
I was indeed, yes.
Yes, I
It
love
was
that.
fucking delicious.
But
Available now from all major outlets.
were you using one of your koozies to hold your can in place?
Yes, there it is.
Love that. Whilst wearing a hat.
It's one of those days as you speak.
Yeah. Whilst wearing your Those Damn Crows hat.
I don't know. I've got a hat.
Yeah.
I've been caught out.
And then obviously, you had a few, so you had to wash it down with some coffee.
Yeah, I'll need that in a minute, I think.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah.
But the problem is, our beer is so good, you got shit face. So you waved your flag in the air like you just don't care. That's what happened, didn't you?
All literally got all angles covered. All angles
I
are covered
love a
with the
cheap
crows.
pop and a cheap plug. All available at www.thosedamncrows.com. I'm not shameful to say it. We have to survive. It's hard times, so we have to keep selling the merch. Keeps us on the road, keeps the band alive. Thank you all for supporting us. Thank you all for buying the merch. It's been amazing seeing the flags going up on all the socials, all getting ready for the festivals. You asked, we got them done. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Exactly, Dave. Exactly. Have we got a winner?
We have got a winner.
Brilliant.
And this person has won a brand spanking new Those Damn Crows sweater to sweat in.
You fucking got to be kidding.
In the summer.
Nothing says summer more than a black fucking sweater.
There's no irony in the name of that fucking...
A few
Piece of
people
merch,
have
isn't
been
it?
asking for the rain. Apparently, it's going to rain on the weekend. So, what do you get for that? You get a fucking sweater. That's what you
right.
get.
That's what you get.
That's what you get.
But the winner,
Couldn't
the
think of
lyric
anything worse
was,
right now.
time's up. And the lyric that followed was, admit you fucked up. That's from our song called 7 Days. And there was multiple people that had it. But the winner is
Yeah.
Eddie Eustace. Congratulations,
Well done,
Eddie.
Warmer
Nice one,
summertime,
Eddie.
bro.
Eddie, drop us a message, bet what size you are, and we will get that out to you in the post.
You've won a sweater or a jumper.
To
I'm not
sweat
sure.
in.
I'm not
Jersey.
sure. Jumper, sweater. Whose coat's that jacket?
My bad.
Go. Oh,
Fuck. The word fuck is an acronym for fornication under consent of the king. F-U-C-K. Fornication under consent
great.
of the king. Fuck.
That's brilliant.
what?
If it's true, that's brilliant.
Say it one more time because you went a bit Johnny Five, my end.
Fuck is an acronym. So it fornication under consent of the king. Obviously, in ye olde times, you'd have to do it all properly, wouldn't you? And the king would have to like approve everything. So
Fornication under consent of the king.
yeah.
Ooh. Fuck.
Yeah.
Is that what it came from, man?
Well, allegedly so.
So if you say I don't give a fornication under the king,
Yeah, I mean, I can't speak for the
Dude.
rest of the derivation of the word, but
dude, love, that was a good fornication under the king, wasn't it?
literally under
Oh.
the king, like
Oh, some people
fornication and
think
carnal knowledge.
knowledge.
What's that?
I don't think so. No. It's
Fornication
consent
under
of the king.
carnal knowledge, someone's saying.
No,
Oh, that's
fuck
not what
off.
our little banner says there.
Well done, Elizabeth.
Oh, Pam, is it? Is that what you were on about, Shane?
Yeah, that's what I was just reading, yeah. But no, we got a graphic for this. It's got to be true.
Yeah, of course it has. Carnal Knowledge was a movie, a 1971 movie with Jack Nicholson.
It was also an Channel 4 thing with Graham Norton, wasn't it? Carnal knowledge.
Carnal knowledge.
Remember, he used to go, carnal knowledge, go get some carnal knowledge.
No,
was
don't
a
remember
thing
that, no.
Ooh, what does Dan Griffiths say by your Van Halen album for carnal knowledge? Oh, fuck. Yeah. For carnal knowledge.
Fornication and the consent of the king was put on a door when a king they spelled when wrong,
That's what I'm saying.
gave permission to have sex when it was once outlawed. Oh,
Well,
can you imagine
that's not a fucking. If they can't even spell, how can you believe what they're saying?
exactly.
Oh, so fornication is rogering, yeah?
Yeah.
Bit of fornication, like yeah. Rogering, yeah.
Roger, boy.
Bit of adultery, like
just making sure I'm on the same page, like, you know?
yeah.
Well, that's very educational. Fair play.
Yeah.
Fornication.
There's no kids
Fornication.
watching, Dave.
No, it's after
Well,
9.
if there
now.
is, they're going to be more educated. For
I
it,
wanna fuck you. I read it out loud. Sorry. I apologize. I read that out loud. Let's get that graphic back up. Let's get that graphic. I only got to the first line. That's how bad my fucking eyes are. It's like a weird eye test, isn't it? I want to fuck you. Can you see anything else? No, love. I want to fuck you. Can you read under the top line? No. Just I want to fuck you.
Nope.
Fornication verb. Fornication verb. Are we going to be countdown now, aren't we?
Yeah. Fornication. Here we go. Fornication. Sexual intercourse between people
Fornication.
not married to each other.
What's that?
So fornicate. Say for me and you had sex, Ronnie, that would be classed as fornication.
It's out of wedlock.
Because we're not without a wedlock, we're not married, yeah.
Well, I am. So does that?
No, but I'm not married with you. So if we,
Yeah, as long as you do it with your wife, the person you're married to.
But
yeah, it's coming from.
Fuck is that? The king's gone. I go on then. Fucking go on.
You got a free pass.
I'm with you now. I'm with you now. So you know, you're mates with the king. The old.
He's giving you the old. Go on, my son.
King Harold. Hey, fancy you, that wench. I want a bit of that wench down there.
Yeah.
Any chance, king? Aye. Get in my courtyard, son. No problem.
Except that gusset.
I went fucking Italian. He was Italian king, man. No problem. You go. You
go fuck if you went.
You go fuck. You fornicate under the king.
Old Chili Peppers added as well, didn't he? Old Californication.
Die young, David. I like that.
Well done, Dave.
Fornication and the consent of the king. Or was that? Does that mean only kings give a fuck? Ooh.
Well, when it comes to that kind of thing, clearly.
I love it. I love that. That was really good. I enjoyed that fact.
I thought I'd bring it back for after last week's melon water fiasco.
Yeah.
But then a bit of credibility, you know.
I've got a bit carry on in my head, though. I got like Sid James, you know, I formed him as my king at the moment, like, you know.
Yeah, he's the king, yeah.
He's the king in my world at the moment. He's the king, old Sid James, like, you know. Yeah. Oh, my turn.
Now you said kings, I can't get the Tiger King or the Lion King from out of Bedknob and Broomsticks. Remember Bedknob and Broomsticks?
Yeah.
Oh God, it's one of those where
I missed that. Damn it, I missed that.
It is.
Sid boy.
One can simply fornicate. Yeah. I love that. Any other business, or are we just so excited and we've got loads to do, loads of gigs coming up, like I said, for anybody. We got this beautiful Chestnut on Friday. We got Steelhouse on Saturday. And the week after, we've got the TIV, which is now a pilot gig. I apologize. I should have put pilot over the top and got the updated poster. And there are new tickets available for this one. I think there's a couple more. They've extended the capacity. What was that, Shiner Boy?
Bradley Birch come into the shows.
Oh,
he's got the cat out of the bag. Lovely work, Shiner.
I love that. So, I love that. Are we going to keep this like a cliffhanger this week?
Well, we don't have to show him. We don't have to show him, but I think the fact that Shiner said it, that's a great sort of teaser.
I love that.
You have to come to the shows.
The last bit of business is we have new merch, which will only be available live.
And let me tell you what, it's fucking banging.
Ladies and gentlemen, one-liner, Shiner.
I done my one line just now, boys. New merch. Skip this section.
But you do more than one. They always make me do more than one fact every week. So you're gonna.
All right, then, Dave. I got a nice short little one. Small steps make big strides. Time to go.
Exactly.
Yes.
Oh, Gareth Keenan. Let him have his moment.
I was just thinking, well done, Greeno, because I was waiting for a Ronnie fucking joke there. I was waiting for a fucking. What was there? Short steps, what was it?
Or small steps makes big strides.
Yeah, I was waiting for one there. Well done, Greeno.
I would have ruined China's thing, so I just left
Well, it's done now, but you can do it now. You're free.
Done now, but I've ruined it. I fucking ruined it. There we are.
I've got a good one now. I'll chuck one in just to override China. Yeah, right.
Oh, Dave, nick my fucking moment. Go on, Dave.
Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever.
I see that one earlier, Dave. I decided not to read that one.
Of course you did.
Yeah. Oh, fucking yes.
Thank you, Crow family, for your continued support. This has been CrowCast episode 69. We won't see you next week. We'll see you on Friday in Bradford. We'll see you on Saturday up the mountain. And then next week on CrowCast episode 70. Take care, everybody. Stay safe. We love you to bits. Look after each other.
Not giving up.